brother Bill graduated from Nichols in 1969. But over your successful career, you have also connected to a world of readers who, whether or not they agree with you, have been impressed by what you've had to say. Your constant commentary, driven by a clear love of whatever game is being played, has shown us the many dimensions of sport beyond what happens on the playing field. From America's fascination with the rise and fall of our sports heroes, to the once unimagined big business that the sports world has become. While you have also contributed to sports radio and television shows, your love affair with sports has centered on the printed word, including the 11 books you have written: The Curse of the Bambino, Seeing Red, the Red Auerbach story, and Senior Year among them. In an era when players switch teams with dizzying regularity, you have remained at the center of the lineup for your journalistic home team, the Boston Globe, where you began writing in 1981 and became a sports columnist in 1989. Since then, you have been voted one of America's top 10 sports columnists by the Associated Press sports editors 9 times. You have been named Massachusetts Sports Writer of the Year 10 times. Along the way, you have seldom pulled your punches and haven't hesitated to criticize sports icons and institutions alike, challenging the coaches, players, and management of our local teams at pivotal, season-changing junctures. You have followed in the tradition of notable sports columnists, from the Globe's Ray Fitzgerald and Will McDonough, to the New York Times' Red Smith and Dave Anderson. But you also are very much a columnist of our generation, where the ideas and language of our culture, whether the lyrics of famous rock bands or the plots of popular movies, add color and meaning to what you write. Many of us grew up with the Saturday afternoon television staple, Wide World of Sports, which promised to show viewers the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Using your imagination in prose, you have fulfilled that promise and much more. Dan, because you have served your profession, and more importantly your readers, with honor and integrity for more than 3 decades, offering a steady and dependable voice in the sea of constant change. Because you are a prolific and dedicated author who seeks to enlighten, engage, entertain, and excite as you deepen our understanding of the legends and luminaries that have defined New England sports. Because you have greatly succeeded at sharing your passion, instilling in graduates today and always the resolve and courage to follow theirs. Dan Shaughnessy, you are honored here today, this 5th day of May, 2012, as the recipient of the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all rights and privileges appertaining thereto from Nichols College. Congratulations.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Daniel E. Shaughnessy.
Thank you. Late night, people. Celtics went into overtime. Red Sox went 13 innings to lose this time. Ladies, gentlemen, faculty, friends, parents, students. I stand before you today because Bob Kraft couldn't make it here. actually doesn't hurt a bit. No hard feelings. I do not own the New England Patriots, but I am honored to be here. There's a lesson in there somewhere. All that great stuff that Tom Hall was saying, finishing in the top 10 Associated Press sports editors writing contest, that's the whole country. And I was second 4 times. You don't want to be second in the country. Because no matter who you tell, the first thing they say is, yeah, who won? This went on. I was so excited that, you know, I told my mother, Mom, I was second in the country. Yeah, who won? Mom, that's really not the point here. I was second in the country. Who won is not relevant to this. So you get used to it. I wasn't the top choice when I got my first breakthrough job in Baltimore, covering the Orioles. I was 23 years old. I got the job because Mark Purdy, a guy from the Sun Papers, he had a chance to move up. He took a job in Cincinnati. I didn't care. It never mattered. I got the job and I was covering big league baseball. Commencement speeches are tricky business. The best ones are invariably short. You guys would probably be okay if I said that's it right now. Just give me a couple minutes. I graduated from Holy Cross like 1,000,000 years ago, and we had anticipation. Who's going to be the commencement speaker? I mean, we had back in the day, Teddy Roosevelt, Lyndon Johnson, the sitting president in 1965. We were all fired up. They told us the commencement speaker for the class of '75 is Mabel Lang. She was an archaeologist and scholar of classical Greek culture from Bryn Mawr. A real party starter. My favorite commencement speech moment was 2 years ago. Today Show host Ann Curry at Wheaton College in Norton, the graduation. She confused that Wheaton, our Wheaton, with Wheaton College of Illinois. Who knew there was another one? And poor Ann Curry's up there, you know, citing famous Wheaton grads, Dr. Billy Graham, you know, Wes Craven, who makes the horror movies, you know, former Speaker of the House. They were all Wheaton, Illinois. It was like one of those want to get away moments. You know, thank you, Detroit. You've been a wonderful audience. You know, we're in Chicago. It's okay. So I know where I am today. Nichols College, Dudley, Massachusetts. Damn proud of it. After all that. I grew up in Central Mass, Groton, Massachusetts, very small town, apples, cows, you know, great. And there was a young man, he was class president of my sister's class, David Rogers, Tower Rogers, he's here today. He was the first guy we knew who went to Nichols, and then my brother, God love him, in 1969, he played varsity sports for 4 years, baseball, basketball. He played for Hal Chalmers. The Chalmers Fieldhouse is here, there's an award. My brother Bill played for him. And I'll tell you, he's 65 today, he's a stockbroker in Arizona. He still, almost annually, gets together with his friends that he made here 45 years ago. That'll be you guys. And, okay, I'm supposed to give you some advice. You know, use sunscreen, all that classic stuff. I don't have much. You don't need me to tell you it's a brutal job market out there. I can tell you not to get easily discouraged. That's important. When I was your age, there was an alumni publication at Holy Cross, and they paid like $75 a story, so I was writing for it. And the editor was this cranky Princeton guy. He hated my style. He was kind of an elitist. And we were always wrestling over my articles. And one day this man said to me, I can't understand why someone who can't write would want to go into journalism. That's like someone who stutters who wants to be a broadcaster. You know. I was like, thanks, Mr. Sprout, I love you too. Yeah. It took a couple of years after graduation to get a full-time job with benefits. I still have all the rejection letters from the lower 48 states. People, you know, had no interest in my skill set. Sometimes those were well-deserved. I applied to the Milwaukee Journal and Sentinel. Cover letter, greatest hits album, you know, all the stuff. I spelled Milwaukee wrong. I never heard from them. It's like, who knew? So pay attention to those details, people. There's the thing. In those hungry years, I made ends meet. I was bartending, sharing an apartment with 3 other guys, $81 a month. We got it done. Writing for part-time startups, it didn't pay. The usual stuff you do. Like every other 21-year-old English major, I fancied myself a short story writer. I had a subscription to the New Yorker, it was one of my indulgences. Every week the New Yorker would come. I'd read John Updike, John Cheever. I'll be like them. I'm writing short stories. I fire them off to the New Yorker. Maybe they'll find the new F. Scott Fitzgerald, Dan Shaughnessy. Make me rich and famous. Not only did that not happen, not only did I not get a polite rejection letter, the New Yorker stopped coming to my apartment. This is a true story. It's like some guy said, this guy's not even worthy of reading. Yeah, we're cutting him off. That was it. It was actually quite insulting. Don't be discouraged. Here's the deal. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be an adventure. Follow your heart. It's okay to leave a job. I suggest not leaving until you have the next gig. That's the dad in you. Don't waste your time feeling slighted, cursing the good fortune of others, or complaining about being unappreciated. Work hard. Try to remember, no matter what your place is in life and work, there's probably always going to be somebody out there who's not as good as you, who's doing better. But there's also somebody out there better than you who's not doing as well. It just works that way. And finally, say something nice to your parents today. It's a big day for them too. That's it. I'm out.